Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia. That's me, and whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is movement and meditation for kaphas. So if you are a kapha type person, that means you have a lot of the elements of water and earth present in your constitution. Now this might be your body, your personality, or both, but generally speaking, kapha type people are very strong, they have great endurance, and they are a little bit more lethargic. So it could be difficult to kind of get motivated, to get moving, to get going, to get on your yoga mat. So in this practice, to really create a little bit more balance for you kaphas out there, we're going to be doing a bit of dynamic movement. So we're going to be flowing through some sun salutations. We're going to be doing some kind of intense postures, but of course we're also going to bring in some of that stretching, some of that gentleness that kaphas love as well. And really this time on your mat is about nourishing yourself. Really taking this time just for you and indulging in these few moments of self-care. So when you're ready to practice, let's get started in a comfortable seated position. So as you make your way to your seat, finding any position that feels comfortable for you, lifting up tall through your spine, rolling the shoulders back and down. And if it feels safe and comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, keeping your eyes open, finding a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Giving yourself just a few moments in stillness as we begin this practice today, to transition away from your day so far into this time on your yoga mat. So no matter what you've been doing today, this week, this month, whatever might be on your mind, whatever you might be holding in your body, just for these next few minutes on your mat, can you let all of that go? Letting go of any need to do something else or be somewhere else. And really giving yourself this permission to be with yourself, to take care of yourself, just as well as you take care of others. And that starts right here, centering onto your mat, into your body, and tuning into your breath, breathing in. And breathing out. And all together, let's take one more inhale here. And exhale completely. If your eyes are closed, please flutter them open once again, readjusting to the light in your space. And moving nice and slowly, let's transition onto hands and knees, finding our tabletop position. So taking a moment as you arrive to root down through the fingertips, press down through the tops of your feet. Then with your next natural inhale, lifting your heart, lifting your chin, find your cow pose. As you exhale, tuck your chin around your spine, find your cat. Inhale, lifting your heart, stretching the belly. Exhale, tuck and round, stretching through the spine. Adding on a bit here as you inhale, lift your heart into that cow pose. As you exhale, round into your cat, but this time start to shift your hips back towards your heels, coming towards a child's pose. Continuing that flow with your breath, inhale right back up into your cow. Exhale, round your spine and sit your hips back. Let's keep this going. Inhale forward, lift your heart. Exhale, round back to your child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Final round, inhaling forward to your cow, lift your heart. Exhale, rounding into your cat and sitting back to your child's pose. Pause here, let the hips get heavy just for a moment as you breathe in. And breathe out. As you inhale, shift your weight forward once again, tuck your toes behind you. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, find your downward facing dog. If it feels good, welcome in a little bit of movement to this shape. Maybe pedaling your heels, wiggling your hips. Might even feel nice to nod your head yes, shake it out no a couple times. Just to release any tightness, any holding around the neck, the shoulders, the hips. Beautiful, and when you're ready, slowly start to walk your feet all the way forward towards the top of your mat, coming up into a forward fold, planting through your feet and letting the upper body melt down. Letting your knees be bent a little or a lot here, so you can really think about drawing your chest towards your thighs. And perhaps again it feels nice to incorporate a little bit of movement here. Maybe a gentle sway side to side. Maybe bending and straightening through the knees. Whatever you need to really feel good in this shape and to arrive in this practice today. Let's take another inhale right here. And exhale, let it out. Sliding your hands up to the backs of your thighs. Take an inhale, rise to standing. Take your time as you come up. And once you reach the top, relax your arms by your sides. Find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Now we're going to get ready to flow through a few sun salutations here. Take this at your own pace. You always have the option to slow it down or speed it up. So from your mountain pose, let's take an inhale, rise the arms. As you exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Come on down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands find thighs or shins. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Beautiful, stepping your left foot back behind you, gently lower your left knee to the mat. Take an inhale to rise into your low lunge, hands to thigh or to sky. Let's take another breath in right here. As you breathe out, hands come down to the mat. Let's lift that back knee. Inhale, step it back to your plank. Right foot meets your left. As you exhale, bend the elbows, lower all the way to your belly. Anchor down through the tops of your feet. Hug your elbows in. And take an inhale to lift your chest. Find a baby cobra. With your exhale, melt your heart back down. Inhale, pressing up through hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, sweep your left leg back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot in between your hands and gently lower that right knee down. Inhaling up into your low lunge, squaring the hips and shoulders. And let's take another full breath in here. As you breathe out, fingertips float down. Let's lift the back knee. Stepping forward this time, right foot meets your left. Take your exhale to release into a forward fold. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Hands find the backs of your thighs as you inhale, rise all the way to standing. As you reach the top, roll the shoulders back, relax your arms, mountain pose. You got it, let's keep it flowing. So as you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring your fingertips to the mat. Stepping your right foot back behind you, gently lower your right knee down. Inhale for your low lunge. And as you exhale, hands come right back down. Lifting that back knee, inhale, step back into your plank, nice and strong. With your exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhaling to lift your chest, baby cobra. And exhale, lower your forehead down. Inhale, pressing up through hands and knees, tuck your toes. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweeping your right leg back any amount. Exhale, step that right foot forward in between your hands. Left knee lowers to the mat. Inhaling for your low lunge. And exhaling, fingertips down. Stepping forward this time as you inhale, left foot meets your right. Use your exhale to release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold forward. Hands to the backs of your thighs. Inhale, rise to stand. Take your time. At the top, release your arms. Find your mountain pose. Pause here for a moment. If it feels right for you, you can place one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly. And take this pause to feel your breath, to feel your body, and to notice how you feel after that first flow. Bringing in this dynamic movement to really move some energy around here. Get rid of any stuckness or stagnation that might be left in the body. And we're going to keep that flow going just a little bit longer here. So all together now, let's take a breath in and breath out. Beautiful. Arms can release back down by your sides, finding that mountain pose at the top of your mat. With your next inhale, please rise your arms. As you exhale, fold forward. Come on down. Inhale for your halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold forward, fingertips to the mat. Step your left foot back behind you, this time keeping your left knee lifted. We're setting up for our high crescent lunge. So rooting down through your feet, nice and strong through the legs. Take your inhale to climb your hands up to the top of your thigh, lifting your chest. And then reaching your arms all the way up as you land in your crescent lunge. So you have the option here to bend into that back knee a little or a lot, if that feels better for the low back today. But we're keeping this activity through the legs here, really keeping you supported, rooted to the earth. As we kind of play around a little bit with the upper body, find some movement there. So here in your lunge, let's take an inhale. As you exhale, open your arms wide and turn your chest to the right, opening into a twist. So really feel your wingspan here, reaching through your fingertips, feeling your chest open towards that right knee. And you choose how deep you want to go into this twist today. It can be small, maybe you reach that right hand all the way back towards your left thigh. Play around, see where you want to go here today. But wherever you are, let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, gently unwind, bring it back through center. Taking an inhale here in your lunge. And exhale, open up to your warrior two, dropping your back heel down. Strong bend into that front knee. You got this. Inhale, start to straighten that front leg. Reach your arms to the sky. Then as you exhale, rebend your knee, arms come to a T. Again, with the breath, we're gonna flow. Inhale to straighten, reach up. Exhale to bend the knee and reach out. 3 more times. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, get low into that warrior two. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Dancing with the breath here. Inhale. Exhale into that warrior two. Beautiful. Stay here, please, as you inhale. As you exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat. Left foot steps forward to meet your right. You're at the top of your mat in a forward fold. Hang out here for a breath in and breath out. Now with your next inhale, find that halfway lift, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Let's step that right foot back this time, keeping that back knee lifted, setting up again for your high crescent lunge. Rooting down to lift up, take your inhale to walk up that left thigh, lift your chest. And then as you come up, maybe the arms rise all the way to the sky. Now, as you set yourself up in this lunge, squaring the hips and shoulders forward, maybe that back knee wants to bend, maybe it feels good lengthened, you get to choose. Thinking about getting tall through the crown of your head as you take another inhale here. With your exhale, open your arms wide and turn towards the left, finding your twist on the other side here. So shoulder blades hugging together on your back, belly button hugging in towards your spine. Finding this really sweet balance between the support, the structure of the pose, and this freedom to really open up. And again, you get to choose how deeply you want to go into this twist today. Maybe you want to explore dropping that left hand down towards your right thigh to see how that feels. Wherever you are, let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind that twist, coming back through center in your lunge. Good, inhale here. As you exhale, open up towards that long edge of your mat, finding warrior two, dropping that back right heel down. Right into our flow as you inhale, straighten the front leg, reach up. And exhale, bend into your front knee, arms to a T. Again, inhaling to straighten and reach up. Exhale, low into your warrior two. 3 more times, following your breath. Inhale, looking for length. Exhale, getting low. You got this. Inhale. And exhale. Final time, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, finding warrior two, holding here as you breathe in. And with your breath out, pinwheel your hands all the way to the mat. This time, let's step left foot back to meet the right, lift the hips, and find downward facing dog. Well done. Let's pause for an inhale here. And exhale completely. With your next inhale, bring your weight forward to a plank, shoulders over wrists. As you exhale, slowly lower yourself onto your belly. Beautifully done. As you arrive, come up onto your forearms. So bringing your arms down onto the mat, almost like a number 11 in front of you. Elbows are going to be about to underneath the shoulders, maybe slightly forward. And as you push your palms down into the mat, imagine dragging your arms back towards you so that your shoulders move back into their sockets and your heart can move forward and up. Beautiful. Sphinx pose. We're going to hold and breathe for a few moments here. Staying heavy down through the hips, pushing down through the tops of the feet. Finding once again this beautiful balance between the activation, the stability in the pose, which in this case is coming down through the lower body. And then balancing that with some softness, some gentleness. Perhaps relaxing around your jaw, your forehead, even your fingers and toes. And giving yourself about 3 more rounds of breath in this beautiful back bend here. Gorgeous. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly release yourself down onto your belly. Stacking one hand on top of the other to make a little pillow with the hands and resting your forehead down. Relaxing the core, relaxing the legs, maybe even wiggling the hips side to side. And taking a big breath in here. Releasing that breath out. From here, lifting your head away from your hands. We're going to prop ourselves up onto the forearms once again. But this time we're going to bend that right knee, bring it out to the side so that your right knee is about in line with your right hip, maybe slightly lower, creating this 90-degree angle with the knee. This is our half frog shape here, getting a little stretch for the hip. So imagine turning that right hip down towards the mat, really getting that length in the inner thigh. Now for you, it might feel nice to stay lifted on the forearms. Maybe you'd like to come back down onto that pillow. Wherever it feels most natural for you to stay, go ahead and find that position now. And we have about 3 rounds of breath opening into that right hip. Breathing into any sensations that might arise, any emotions or reactions that might pop up, meeting it all with your breath. Let's take one more inhale here, and exhale completely. Now from here, we're all gonna lift the head away from the hands. That right arm is gonna reach forward, lifting your elbow off the ground. Meanwhile, your left arm is gonna thread underneath your right, palm face up towards the sky. From here, start to lay down onto the left side of your body, stacking your right hip on top of your left. And then slowly, we're gonna open that right arm towards the sky. Keep bringing it all the way back behind you until that right shoulder touches the floor. So we're opening up into a twist here. As your right shoulder finds the floor, that might mean that your right knee is gonna pop up. That's a-okay. If you'd like, you can always hold on to the leg. You can bring a prop under the knee, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Now, if you have the space, you can spread that right arm out nice and long, making a T shape with your arms. If you don't have the space, you can bend that right elbow and find more of a cactus shape. And let's stay in our twist for another 3 rounds of breath here. Feeling the heart open as we twist through the spine. And all together we have one more inhale here. And exhale completely. Now moving slowly, we're going to come out of this pose the same way we came in. So slowly rolling back onto the left side of your body, bringing your right arm in front of you once again. And then unthreading that left arm, bringing your chest back through center. And finally sliding that right leg back to meet your left, coming back towards that Sphinx shape. You got it. Same thing, other side. So this time the right leg is going to stay long while that left knee bends, bringing your knee just about in line with your hip. And imagining turning the hips down towards the ground so you really feel that length through the left inner thigh, starting to feel that stretch. Deciding whether you'd like to stay up on the forearms or maybe melt down towards the mat, resting your head on your hands. 3 rounds of breath to feel into this stretch before we take it into our twist. We have one more inhale here. And exhale. Keeping that left knee bent, start to lift yourself up onto your forearms. Reaching your left arm in front of you, keeping the elbow lifted so there's some space underneath the arm. And we're going to thread that right arm into that space underneath the left bicep. Come to lay down on the right side of your body, bringing weight to the right shoulder. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to peel that left arm open, reaching towards the sky, slowly turning onto your back as your left shoulder reaches for the floor, and maybe that left knee pops up a little bit here. So once again, coming into your twist, feeling that really sweet release through the spine. And settling into a position that feels comfortable for you for these next 3 rounds of breath. So maybe that means you slightly readjust the hips, the leg, the arms. Always making the pose work for your body and not the other way around. And we have one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. As you're ready, slowly coming out the same way you came in. So bringing that left arm up and over as you roll onto your right side. Unthreading that right arm. And then sending your left leg back to meet your right, coming back towards that Sphinx. Beautiful. Bringing your hands to either side of your rib cage now. Gently press yourself up off of your belly. Send your hips all the way back towards your heels. And let's find our child's pose for a few breaths. Feeling that sweet release for the back body after some time back bending there. Really breathing into the low back, the mid back, the space behind the heart. Even breathing out into the sides of your ribs. Let's take another big breath in here. And let it out. With your next inhale, slowly rise up through hands and knees. And bring yourself to a seated position on your mat. As you make your way to a comfortable seat, please take a moment to get yourself situated. So if you'd like to support yourself a little bit more in this seat today, since we will be staying for meditation, you have the option to maybe sit up against a wall, maybe sit in a chair, or if you'd like, you can lift the sits bones, sit onto a blanket or a block, doing whatever you need to do to make yourself all nice and comfy cozy for these next few minutes of meditation. And when you feel ready, settled into the body, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. And if it feels right for you, I invite you to place one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly. And as you find stillness in the body here, we'll tune into the movement of the breath. As you inhale, feeling breath move in through the nostrils, down through your heart, down into your belly. And as you exhale, pushing that breath out from the belly, up through the chest, and out through your nostrils. Again, inhaling through the nose down towards the pelvis. And exhaling up from the pelvis, out through the nose. Using your hands to help you really feel that rise and fall, that expansion and contraction of your breath. And allowing your awareness to follow that flow, in and down, up and out, creating this circle or figure eight of breath around the heart and the belly. Feeling how each breath nourishes you, brings fresh energy into your body. And recognizing that it is okay to take care of yourself in the same way that you take care of others. That you deserve to receive love as freely as you give it. And this is really your time to feel held, to feel nurtured, to feel how energizing it can be to really nourish yourself. And to know that a moment of self-care is never a wasted moment. Breathing in through your nose, down into your belly. Breathing out from the belly and out through the nose. Every breath passing through that space of the heart, bringing more vitality to that heart center. And I invite you to sit and breathe in this way for another minute in silence. All together, let's take one more breath in here. And breath out. As you feel ready, relaxing your arms down onto your lap, keeping your body relaxed, your breath smooth and even. And at this time, it might feel nice to lay down onto your back and take some time in Shavasana, where perhaps you're ready to seal your practice and move off of your mat. But this is where I will leave you for today. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. Namaste. Be well.